Hello guys, thank you for watching this video. Let me start by reading the King James Version of Proverbs. My name is Melky and I seems to be opening the wrong page. Please bear with me. But thank you for watching. I've been a Christian for a long time and I've um and I like Proverbs. I think if you're a new Christian and you want to start reading the Bible, I think it's nice to read the Gospels like Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Then after that, you read Proverbs. If you want to get into the Older Testament, start reading Old Testament. Read Proverbs first, I think, because you have like different way of thinking. You know what I mean? And it's like just to align your way of thinking so that you could understand better and you could absorb better. So really highly recommend if you want to understand the Bible, you start off with this one. This very generous. It's like reading the table of contents, not just the Bible about life itself. Um, the Proverbs of Solomon, the son of David, king of Israel, to know wisdom and instruction, to perceive the words of understanding, to receive the instruction of wisdom, justice, and judgment and equity, to give subtlety to the simple, to the young man, knowledge and discretion. A wise man will hear and will increase learning, and a man of understanding shall attain unto wise counsels. To understand a proverb and the interpretation, the words of the wise and their dark sayings. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. My son, hear the instruction of thy father, and forsake not the law of thy mother, for they shall be an ornament of grace unto thy head, and chains around thy neck. My son, if sinners entice thee, consent thou not. If they say, come with us, let us wait for blood. Let us lurk privily for the innocent without cause. Let us swallow them alive as the grave, and whole as those that go down to the pit. We shall find all precious substance. We shall fill our houses with spoil. Cast thy lot among us. Let us all have one purse. My son, walk not thou in the way with them. Refrain thy foot from their path, for their feet run to evil, and make haste to shed blood. Surely in vain the net is spread in the sight of any bird, and they lay wait for their own blood. They lurk privily for their own lives. So are the ways of everyone that is greedy of gain, which take away the life of the owners thereof. Wisdom cried without, she uttered her voice in the streets. She cried in the chief place of concourse, in the openings of the gates. In the city she uttered her words, saying, how long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. Turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you. Because I have called, and ye refused. I have stretched out my hand, and no man regarded. We have set at naught all my counsel, and would none of my reproof. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear come. When your fear come as desolation, and your destruction come as whirlwind. When distress and anguish come upon you, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. For that they hated knowledge, and they did not choose the fear of the Lord. They would none of my counsel, they despised all my reproof. Therefore shall they eat the fruit of their own way, and be filled with their own devices. For the turning way of the simple shall slay them, and the prosperity of fools shall destroy them. But whoso hearken unto me shall dwell safely, and shall be quiet from fear of evil. That is chapter one. Um, I don't know how what are the basis exactly of how chapters are divided, but like based on how do they know the differences between topics and stuff, or is it from the original author? I don't think it's from the original author. So let's go in chapter 2. My son, if thou wilt receive my words and hide my commandments with thee, so that thou incline thy ear unto wisdom, and apply thy heart to understanding. Yea, if thou cries after knowledge, and liftest up thy voice for understanding, if thou seek her as silver, and search for her as for hid treasures, then shalt thou understand the fear of the Lord, and find the knowledge of God. For the Lord give wisdom, out of his mouth come knowledge and understanding. He lay up sound wisdom for the righteous. He is a buckler to them that walk uprightly. He keep the paths of judgment, and preserve the way of his saints. Then shalt thou understand righteousness and judgment and equity, yea, every good path. When wisdom entered into thy heart, the knowledge is pleasant unto thy soul. Discretion shall preserve thee, understanding shall keep thee, to deliver thee from the way of the evil man, from the men that speak froward things, who leave the paths of uprightness to a walk in the ways of darkness, who rejoice to do evil and delight in the frowardness of the wicked, whose ways are crooked, and they froward in their paths, to deliver thee from the strange woman, even from the stranger which flattereth with her words, which forsake the guide of her youth, and forget the covenant of her God. For her house inclined unto death, and her paths unto the dead. None that go unto her return again, neither take they hold of the paths of life, that thou may walk in the way of good men, and keep the paths of the righteous. For the upright shall dwell in the land, and the perfect shall remain in it. But the wicked shall be cut off from the earth, and the transgressors shall be rooted out of it. So that is chapter 2. Next, we are going into chapter 3. My son, forget not my law, but let thy heart keep my commandments. For length of days and long life and peace shall they add to thee. Let not mercy and truth forsake thee. Bind them about thy neck, write them upon the table of thy heart. So shalt thou find favor and good understanding in the sight of God and man. Trust in the Lord with all thy heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. Be not wise in thy own eyes. Fear the Lord, and depart from evil. It shall be health to thy navel, and marrow to thy bones. Honor the Lord with thy substance, and the first fruit of all thine increase. So shall thy barns be filled with plenty, and thy presses shall burst out with new wine. My son, despise not the chastening of the Lord, neither be weary of his correction. For whom the Lord loveth, he correcteth, even as a father the son in whom he delighteth. Happy is the man that find wisdom, and the man that get understanding. For the merchandise of it is better than the merchandise of silver, and the gain thereof than fine gold. She is more precious than rubies, and all the things thou can desire are not to be compared unto her. The length of days is in her right hand, and in her left hand riches and honor. Her ways are ways of pleasantness, and all her paths are peace. She is a tree of life to them that lay hold upon her, and happy is every one that retained her. The Lord by wisdom had founded the earth, by understanding had he established the heavens. By his knowledge the depths are broken up, and the clouds drop down the dew. My son, let not them depart from thy eyes. Keep sound wisdom and discretion. So shall My son, let not them depart from thine eyes. Keep sound wisdom and discretion, so shall they be life unto thy soul, and grace to thy neck. Then shalt thou walk in thy ways safely, and thy foot shall not stumble. When thou liest down, thou shalt not be afraid. Thou shalt lie down, and thy sleep shall be sweet. Or there's a yeah. When thou liest down, thou shalt not be afraid. Yea, thou shalt lie down, and thy sleep shall be sweet. Be not afraid of sudden fear, neither the desolation of the wicked when it cometh. For the Lord shall be thy confidence, and shall keep thy foot from being taken. Withhold not good from them to whom it is due, when it is in the power of thy hand to do it. Say not unto thy neighbor, Go and come again, and tomorrow I will give, when thou hast it by thee. Devise not evil against thy neighbor, seeing he dwelleth securely by thee. Strive not with a man without cause, if he have done thee no harm. Envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways. For the froward is abomination to the Lord, but his secret is with the righteous. The curse of the Lord is in the house of the wicked, but he blessed the habitation of the just. Surely he scorned the scorners, but he giveth grace unto the lowly. The wise shall inherit glory, but shame shall be the promotion of fools. So at the first three, we are getting into the last part here is like an assist before a dunk, guys. So pay attention at this pivot at first 35. This is a pivot before like an assist. If you're playing a basketball, this is an assist before what's gonna come next, which is some huge dunks. Hear ye children the instruction of a father, and attend to no understanding. For I give you good doctrine. Forsake ye not my law. For I was my father's son, tender and only beloved in the sight of my mother. He taught me also and said unto me, Let thine heart retain my words, keep my commandments and live. Get wisdom, get understanding, forget it not, neither decline from the words of my mouth. Forsake her not, and she shall preserve thee. Love her, and she shall keep thee. Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom, and with all thy getting, get understanding. Exalt her, and she shall promote thee. She shall bring thee to honor when thou dost embrace her. She shall give to thine head an ornament of grace, a crown of glory shall she deliver to thee. Hear, O my son, and receive my sayings, and the years of thy life shall be many. I have taught thee in the way of wisdom, I have led thee to in right paths. When thou go, thy steps shall not be straitened, and when thou run, thou shalt not stumble. Take fast hold of instruction, let her not go. Keep her, for she is thy life. Enter not into the path of the wicked, and go not in the way of evil men. Avoid it, pass not by it, turn from it, and pass away. For they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall. For they eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence. But the path of the just is as the shining light, that shine more and more unto the perfect day. Okay, this is pretty big, guys. The way of the wicked is as darkness. They know not at what they stumble. My son, attend unto my words. Incline thine ear unto my sayings. Let them not depart from thine eyes. Keep them in the midst of thy heart. For they are life unto those that find them, and health to all their flesh. Keep thy heart with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life. Put away from thee a froward mouth, and perverse lips put far from thee. Let thine eyes look right on, and let thine eyelids look straight before thee. Ponder the path of thy feet, and let all thy ways be established. Turn not to the right hand, turn not to the right hand, nor to the left. Remove thy foot from evil. All right, so now we are getting into the fifth verse. My son, attend unto my wisdom, and bow thy ear to my understanding, that thou may regard discretion, that thy lips may keep knowledge. For the lips of a strange woman drop as an honeycomb, and her mouth is smoother than oil. But her end is bitter as wormwood, sharp as two-edged sword. Her feet go down to death, her steps take hold on hell. Lest thou shouldest ponder the path of life, her ways are movable, that thou canst not know them. Hear me now, therefore, O ye children, and depart not from the words of my mouth. Remove thy way far from her, and come not nigh the door of her house, lest thou give thy honor unto others, and thy years unto the cruel. Lest strangers be filled with thy wealth, and thy labors be in the house of the stranger. And thou mourn at the last, when thy flesh and thy body are consumed, and say, how have I hated instruction, and my heart despised reproof, and have not obeyed the voice of my teacher, nor inclined my ear to them that instructed me. I was almost in all evil in the midst of the congregation and assembly. Drink waters out of thine own cistern, and running waters out of thine own well. Let thy fountains be dispersed abroad, and rivers of waters in the street. Let them be only thine own, and not strangers with thee. Let thy fountain be blessed, and rejoice with the wife of thy youth. Let her be as the loving hind and pleasant roe. Let her breast satisfy thee at all times, and be thou ravished always with her love. And why wilt thou, my son, be ravished with a strange woman, and embrace the bosom of a stranger? For the ways of man are before the eyes of the Lord, and he pondered all his goings. His own iniquities shall take the wicked himself, and he shall be holden with the cords of his sins. He shall die without instruction, and in the greatness of his folly he shall go astray. That is 5. That is chapter 5. My son, if thou be surety for thy friend, if thou hast stricken thy hand with a stranger, thou art snared with the words of thy mouth, thou art taken with the words of thy mouth. Do this now, my son, and deliver thyself. When thou art come into thy hand of thy friend, go humble thyself. Make sure thy friend. Give not sleep to thine eyes, nor slumber to thine eyelids. I lost track. Give not sleep to thine eyes, nor slumber to thine eyelids. Deliver thyself as a roe from the hand of the hunter, and as a bird from the hand of the fowler. Go to the end, O sluggard. Consider her ways and be wise. Let me repeat that again, my bad. Go to the end, go to the end, thou sluggard. Consider her ways and be wise. Which having no guide, overseer, or ruler, provided her meat in the summer and gathered her food in the harvest. How long wilt thou sleep, O sluggard? When wilt thou arise out of thy sleep? How long wilt thou sleep, O sluggard? When wilt thou arise out of thy sleep? Yet a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to sleep. So shall thy poverty come as one that traveled, and thy want as an armed man. A naughty person, a wicked man, walk with a froward mouth. He wink with his eyes, he speak with his feet, he teach with his fingers. Frowardness is in his heart, he devises mischief continually, he sow discord. Therefore shall his calamity come suddenly, suddenly shall he be broken without remedy. These 6 things doth the Lord hate. Yes, 7 are an abomination unto him: a proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood, a heart that defies wicked imaginations, feet that be swift in running to mischief, a false witness that speak lies, and that sow discord among brethren. My son, keep thy father's commandment and forsake not the law of thy mother. Bind them continually upon thine heart and tie them about thy neck. When thou go, it shall lead thee, and thou sleep, it shall keep thee, and thou awake, shall talk with thee. For the commandment is a lamp, and the law is light, and reproofs of instructions are the way of life. To keep thee from the evil woman, from the flattery of the tongue of a strange woman. Lust not after her beauty in thy heart, neither let her take thee with her eyelids. For by means of a whorish woman a man is brought to a piece of bread, and adulterers will hunt for the precious life. Can a man take fire in his bosom and his excuse me, can a man take fire in his bosom and his clothes not be burned? Can one go upon hot coals and his feet not be burned? So he that goeth in to his neighbor's wife, whosoever touch her shall not be innocent. Men do not despise a thief if he steal to satisfy his soul when he is hungry. But if he be found, he shall restore sevenfold. He shall give all the substance of his house. But whoso committed adultery with a woman lack understanding. He that does it destroyed his own soul. A wound and dishonor shall he get, and his reproach shall not be wiped away. For jealousy is a rage of a man, therefore is the rage of a man. Therefore he will not spare in the day of vengeance. He will not regard any ransom, uh, neither will he rest content, though thou givest many gifts. My son, keep my words and lay up my commandments with thee. Keep my commandments and live, and my law is the apple of thy eye. Bind them upon thy fingers, write them upon the table of thy heart. Say unto wisdom, thou art my sister, and call understanding thy kinswoman. Say unto wisdom, thou art my sister, and call understanding thy kinswoman, that they may keep thee from the strange woman, from the stranger, which flattered with her words. For at the window of my house I looked through my casement, and beheld among the simple ones I discerned among the youths a young man, void of understanding. Passing through the street near her corner, and he went the way to her house, in the twilight, in the evening, in the black of the dark night. And behold, there met him a woman with the attire of an harlot, a subtle of heart. She is loud and stubborn. Her feet abide not in her house. Now is she without, now in the street, and lied in wait at every corner. So she caught him and kissed him, and with an impudent face said unto him, I have peace offerings with me. This day I have paid my vows. Therefore came I forth to meet thee, diligently to seek thy face, and I have found thee. I have decked my bed with the coverings of tapestry, with carved works, with fine linen of Egypt. I have perfumed my bed with myrrh, aloes, and cinnamon. Come, let us take our fill of love until the morning. Let us solace ourselves with love. For the good man is not at home, he is gone a long journey. He had taken a bag of money with him and will come home at the day appointed. With her much fair speech she caused him to yield. With the flattering of her lips she forced him. He go after her straightway as an ox go to the slaughter, as a fool of the correction of the stocks, till a dart strike through his liver, and as a bird hastes to the snare, and know not that it is for his life. Hearken unto me now, therefore, O ye children, and attend to the words of my mouth. Let not thy heart decline to her ways, do not astray in her paths, for she hath cast down many wounded. Yea, many strong men have been slain by her. Her house is the way to hell, going down the chambers of death. Next chapter. Does not wisdom cry, and understanding put forth her voice? She standeth in the top of high places, by the way in the places of the paths. She cries at the gates, at the entry of the city, at the coming in at the doors. Unto you, O man, I call, and my voice is to the sons of men. O ye simple, understand wisdom, and ye fools, be ye of an understanding heart. Hear, for I will speak of excellent things, and the opening of my lips shall be right things. For my mouth shall speak truth, and wickedness is an abomination to my lips. All the words of my mouth are in righteousness. There is nothing froward or perverse in them. They are all plain to him that understand, and right to them that find knowledge. Receive my instruction and not silver, and knowledge rather than choice gold. For wisdom is better than rubies, and all the things that may be desired are not to be compared to it. I, wisdom, dwell with prudence, and find out knowledge of witty inventions. The fear of the Lord is to hate evil, pride and arrogancy in the and the evil way and the froward mouth do I hate. Counsel is mine and sound wisdom. I am understanding. I have strength. By me kings reign and princes decree justice. By me princes rule and nobles, even all the judges of the earth. I love them that love me, and those that seek me early shall find me. Riches and honor are with me, yea, durable riches and righteousness. My fruit is better than gold, yea, than fine gold, and my revenue than choice silver. I lead in the way of righteousness, in the midst of the paths of judgment, that I may cause those that love me to inherit substance, and I will fill their treasures. The Lord possessed me in the beginning of his way, before his works of old. I was set up from everlasting, from the beginning, or ever the earth was. When there were no depths, I was brought forth. When there were no fountains abounding with water. Before the mountains were settled, before the hills was I brought forth. While as yet he had not made the earth, nor the fields, nor the highest part of the dust of the world. When he prepared the heavens, I was there. When he set a compass upon the face of the depth, when he established the clouds above, and when he strengthened the fountains of the deep, when he gave to the sea his decree, and the waters shall not pass his commandment, when he appointed the foundations of the earth, then I was by him, as one brought up with him, and I was daily his delight, rejoicing always before him, rejoicing in the habitable part of his earth, and my delights were with the sons of men. Now therefore hearken unto me, O ye children, for blessed are they that keep my ways. Hear instruction and be wise, and refuse it not. Blessed is the man that hear me, watching daily at my gates, waiting at the post of my doors. For whoso find me, find life, and shall obtain favor of the Lord. But he that sin against me wrong his own soul. All that all they that hate me love death. Next chapter. Wisdom had built her house, she had hewn out her seven pillars. She had killed her beasts, she had mingled her wine. She had also furnished her table. She had sent forth her maidens, she cried upon the highest places of the city. Whoso is simple, let him turn in hither. As for him that want understanding, she said to him, Come, eat of my bread, and drink of the wine which I have mingled. Forsake the foolish and live, and go in the way of understanding. He that reprove a scorner get to himself shame, and he that rebuke a wicked man get himself a blot. Reprove not a scorner lest he hate thee. Rebuke a wise man, and he will love thee. Give instruction to a wise man, and he will be yet wiser. Teach a just man, and he will increase in learning. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the holy is understanding. For by me thy days shall be multiplied, and the years of thy life shall be increased. If thou be wise, thou shalt be wise for thyself. But if thou scorn, thou alone shalt bear it. A foolish woman is clamorous, she is simple and know nothing. For she is sifted at the door of her house in a seat in the high places of the city. to call passengers who go right on their ways. Whoso is simple, let him turn in hither. And as for him that wanted understanding, she said to him, stolen waters are sweet, and bread eaten in secret is pleasant. For he know not that the dead, for he know not that the dead are there, and that her guests are in the depths of hell. Next chapter. The Proverbs of Solomon: a wise son make a glad father, but a foolish son is the heaviness of his mother. Treasures of wickedness profit nothing, but righteousness delivereth from death. The Lord will not suffer the soul of the righteous to famish, but he casts away the substance of the wicked. He become poor that deal with slack hand, but the hand of the diligent make rich. He that gathered in the summer is a wise son, but he that sleep in harvest is a son that cause shame. Blessed are upon the head of the just, but violence covered the mouth of the wicked. The memory of the just is blessed, for the name of the wicked shall rot. The wise in heart will receive commandments, but a prating fool shall fall. He that walk uprightly walk surely, but he that perverted his ways shall be known. He that winked with the eye caused sorrow, but a prating fool shall fall. The mouth of a righteous man is a well of life, but violence covered the mouth of the wicked. Hatred stirred up strife, but love covered all sins. In the lips of him that had understanding wisdom is found, but the rod is for the back of him that is void of understanding. Wise men lay up knowledge, but the mouth of the foolish is near destruction. The rich man's wealth is his strong city. The destruction of the poor is their poverty. The labor of the righteous tends to life, the fruit of the wicked to sin. He is in the way of life that keep instruction, but he that refuse reproof erreth. He that hide hatred with lying lips, and he that uttereth a slander is a fool. In the multitude of words there want not sin, but he that refrain his lips is wise. The tongue of the just is as choice silver, the heart of the wicked is little worth. The lips of the righteous feed many, the fools die for want of wisdom. The blessing of the Lord it make rich, and he added no sorrow with it. It is a sport to a fool to do mischief, but the man of understanding have wisdom. The fear of the wicked it shall come upon him, but the desire of the righteous shall be granted. As the whirlwind passed, so is the wicked no more, but the righteous is an everlasting foundation. Uh, Let me repeat that again. As the whirlwind passed, so is the wicked no more. But the righteous man is an everlasting foundation. As vinegar to the teeth, and as smoke to the eyes, so is the sluggard to them that send him. The fear of the Lord prolonged days, but the years of the wicked shall be shortened. The hope of the righteous shall be gladness, but the expectation of the wicked shall perish. The way of the Lord is strength to the upright, but destruction shall be to the workers of iniquity. The righteous shall never be removed, but the wicked shall not inhabit the earth. The mouth of the just bring forth wisdom, but the froward tongue shall be cut out. The lips of the righteous know what is acceptable, but the mouth of the wicked speak frowardness. A false balance is abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is his delight. When pride come, then comes shame, but with the lowly is wisdom. The integrity of the upright shall guide them, but the perverseness of transgressors shall destroy them. Riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivered from death. Very important. I want to repeat this again. A false balance is abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is his delight. When pride comes, then comes shame, but with the lowly is wisdom. The integrity of the upright shall guide them, but the perverseness of transgressors shall destroy them. Riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivered from death. The righteousness of the perfect shall direct his way, but the wicked shall fall by his own wickedness. The righteousness of the upright shall deliver them, but transgressors shall be taken in their own naughtiness. When a wicked man die, his expectation shall perish, and the hope of unjust man perish. The righteous is delivered out of trouble, and the wicked come in his stead. A hypocrite with his mouth destroyed his neighbor, and through knowledge shall the just be delivered. When it go well with the righteous, the city rejoiced, and when the wicked perish, there is shouting. By the blessing of the upright, the city is exalted, but it is overthrown by the mouth of the wicked. He that is void of wisdom despise his neighbor, but a man of understanding hold his peace. A talebearer revealed secret, but he that is of a faithful spirit concealed the matter. Where no counsel is, the people fall, but in the multitude of counselors there is safety. He that is surety for a stranger shall smart for it, and he that hates suretyship is sure. A gracious woman retain honor, and strong men retain riches. The merciful man do good to his own soul. He that is cruel troubled his own flesh. A mer- Let me repeat that again. The merciful man that doeth good to his own soul, but he that is cruel troubled his own flesh. The wicked work a deceitful work, but to him that sowed righteousness shall be a sure reward. As righteousness tend to life, so he that pursue evil pursueth to his own death. They that are of froward heart are abomination to the Lord, but such as are upright in their way are his delight. Let me repeat that again, guys. They that are of a froward heart are abomination to the Lord, but such as are upright in their way are his delight. This is getting pretty complicated, like I cannot go all the way. But you could probably up until now see where this is going. A lot of dimensions and stuff. It's pretty, you need a lot of growth to be able to absorb it. Um, the merciful man does good to his own soul, but he that is cruel troubled his own flesh. The wicked work a deceitful work, but to him that sow righteousness shall be a sure reward. As righteousness tend to life, so he that pursue evil pursueth to his own death. They that are of a froward heart are abomination to the Lord, but such as are upright in their way are his delight. Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered. As a jewel of gold in the swine's snout, so is a fair woman which is without discretion. The desire of the righteous is only good, but the expectation of the wicked is wrath. There is that scattered and yet increased, and there is that withholdeth more than is meet, but it tend to poverty. The liberal soul shall be made fat, and he that watered shall be watered also himself. He that withhold corn, the people shall curse him, but blessing shall be upon the head of him that selleth. He that diligently seek good procure favor, but he that seek mischief it shall come unto him. He that trusts in his riches shall fail, but the righteous shall flourish as a branch. He that troubled his own house shall inherit the wind, and the fool shall be a servant to the wise of heart. The fruit of the righteous is a tree of life, and he that wins soul is wise. Behold, the righteous shall be recompensed in the earth, much more the wicked and the sinner. Behold, the righteous shall be recompensed in the earth, much more the wicked and the sinner. I I think it's so heavy, guys. For me, up until now, I think it's just like meaning need I need like resources to process it. So I'm going to end it. This is chapter 11. If you want to continue, you can do it. Um, Proverbs, guys. What else can I say? Um, and since I'm a Christian, these last words, like, behold, the righteous shall be recompensed in the earth, much more the wicked and the sinner. So there are rewards to be wise, there are rewards to be good, but all the more, there are punishment to be wicked and sinful. But as Christian, we know that the life of Jesus is like, to the dictionary, to the meaning of this world, he lived a life of punishment. Is he a sinner? Well, if you read Paul, you would understand that our perspective is he became sin to this world. So his life, that mimics, like, not that supposedly a lifestyle of a sinner, which being punished like that, um, is in the meaning of this world. But in the grander scheme of things, we can see that um, the greatness of God is so great that even that doesn't matter. It's like when you do push-ups, you will hurt your muscle, and that is just how great God is. Beyond this universe, there's another world out there that is made for um living, for the living of the livings of this world. So that so yes, if you look at it, and in the lens of Proverbs, of course it's true. But the complications um with Jesus is that he's actually righteous, but but the law that he follows is not the law of this world, it's the law that is beyond this world. Okay, thank you, guys.